Okay, it's Wednesday evening, and going through my buckets, I found a bucket, it's like half full or so of some stuff I can go through, and it's from maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I never finished going through it, from Arizona, from an Amara claim. I don't remember exactly what the name of the claim is, but what the deal is, at that point in time, I was going like every other day. I was going out to the desert, prospecting, bringing dirt back, and so forth. So I hardly had any time to mess with the dirt once. If I brought it back, a lot of it I would dry wash out in the desert. But this particular claim, it's unbelievable how much black sands that it had. You'd think there'd be a ton of gold, but there wasn't. Just, real small specks here and there, little flakes once in a while. So it's really hard to do a clean out. The black sands are so intense. Even using a magnet, it takes forever. So that's why I'm guessing that's probably why I never finished this, because I just didn't have the time to mess with it. Since I was running all over the place back then, I had my Jeep and I could go wherever I wanted. I don't have the Jeep anymore, so I'm kind of limited. Well, anyway, I thought I'd go through some of it, pan some of it out. And I got somebody that watched the last video about going through some dirt, mentioned from a while back, he remembers some of my older videos where I'd use this recirculator, and he said he had a couple suggestions, which I appreciate. He said I should use jet dry, which I do, but I don't really mention it. I thought everybody knew that, but let's see. Yeah, so you can see the suds in there. I use it over here too when I pan. Anyway, it breaks the surface tension on the water. So yeah, I've been doing that for years and years. I think in my older videos I used to mention it once in a while. So anyway, I do that. The other thing he mentioned was, before I would run the material in the sluice, I should use wet material. And actually, that is the best way. Let's say when I go out to, well, at least when I used to go out to the East Fork, San Gabriel, let me see. The sun kind of beat it up, it's falling apart, but I used to use this all the time. And what this would do, you'd fill it up with water, put your material in there and pump it up and down, and so it would get rid of all the bigger rocks and all that. You'd be classifying it before you put it in the sluice, and then the material would be wet. So I did do that out there. I really didn't do it at home, just because it's kind of a hassle. And if you noticed the last video, I went through 10 pans. I only found like 4 specks. So it's not like I'm losing tons of stuff. Especially with this, in a stream, the water could be going pretty fast. And so wetting it first, you're going to get a better return. Here, I can control everything. Water's going slow. You've got all these catches, so I don't worry about it that much. But that's right. The best way is to use wet material to begin with. So anyway, so I'll go ahead. This material, so I've got about 3/4 of a bucket. The only reason I'm not using the sluice is because I can't find my battery charger, which I need for this. I found this other one, but it needs to be charged first before it can work. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and, because that battery is completely dead over there, I'll go ahead and pan this out and see if we have anything. I probably won't show you every single pan. If I find something, then I'll show it to you. But I'm just expecting, if there is anything, it's going to be really small stuff from this Arizona claim. This first pan, just to see, I already panned some of the black sands out, but just look at how much there is. And this is just a small amount of dirt I put in here. And like I say, yeah, I've got a magnet here too I can use, but we'll just go at it this way for now. I'll show you if I see one little speck right there. I don't know if you can see that. turn it back on if I find a little one there, and there's one there. We'll keep going here. Show up on camera, but there's about 3 or 4, maybe, no, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 5 other specks right at the edge of the black sands, but again, they're so small, I don't know if it'll show up. Anyway, I'll give you an idea. So there's a little bit of gold, like I say, it's going to be real small, and you have to, there's a few more popping through. You have to contend with all these black sands. But we'll go through some of the speck that's a little bigger than the rest. There's one little speck right up there on the edge at the top, or maybe 2 of them. Let's see. And some real minute stuff. Okay. So it's a beautiful day out here. Beautiful evening, I should say. Gold pans, and this one I've had for quite a few years. This is one of my favorites. It's called the Gold Saver. It's got that little trap there. Like I said, I've got that thing. I actually was able to use the prototype before those even came out. And then this one, they're okay, but I kind of come back to this. The other one I like, but I'm using it for the safety pan, is the Garrett Super Sluice. This one. I like the deep riffles it has in it. And again, every pan there's a ton of black sands. I wish it was, the gold was commensurate with the black sands. We'd have it made. Right here on the left edge in the trap. See if there's anything else there. Keep losing my light. That's about it. Down. To the edge of the black here at the top, there's a couple fly poop size specks. That's about it. Let's see if there's any more hidden. Yeah, there's one there. One little fly poop size speck. That's it. When I got this a few years ago in Arizona, at that time I was in like at least 7 different clubs, so I pretty well was able to access claims anywhere in California, Arizona, and Nevada. So I was going all the time. Now all I'm in is, well, I'm in the Hemet Valley Prospectors Club, and I'm a patron with Jeff Williams' deal. That's about it, and the GPAA, of course. So that's about it. But you know, where can you go now with this shutdown and quarantine and everything? I see people that on videos on YouTube, they're going out with clubs out to the desert, and you know, I enjoy watching them. But the only problem is they're not being smart. You see them all out there, 10, 20, 30, 40 people. Nobody's got a mask on except the guy running the dry washer, of course, because they've always worn one because of the dust. But, you know, that's not smart. So I'm not going to do that. If I went anywhere, I'd have to go by myself way out nowhere. And right now I don't really have a vehicle to go anywhere like that, so I'm reduced to doing this. But this is enjoyable, it's relaxing. You probably won't see anything, but there's 1, 2, 3 very small, like baby fly poop specks. My light's going behind the trees. There it is. Specks again run to the left of the black sands, and one right over here, right above it. There now, in theory, most gold should be at the bottom of this. But the problem is there's not that much to begin with, so I don't know if it'll make any difference. There's a few of my sluices over there. I've got them all over the place. Let's see. Haven't actually looked at them for a while. Got one hidden back there too. There's another one there. This one that folds up, little mini thing. One of these actually, see which one was, oh, this one that's all rusted. I actually found that in a river one time. All right. Magnets, so I'll hold it under here. Let's see, it's pretty strong. Let's move them around. I've got other ones. I've got the type where you can pull the handle up and release it and so forth. Anyway, let's see if there's anything in this batch at all. It's going to be too dark here pretty soon to tell. Yeah, I think I see again one speck. Well, I did. Where'd it go? Now let's move on to the last pan. So far not looking too good. Yeah, there's a speck there. I think I see one over there maybe. Yeah, there's a couple. Now what I'm going to do, I don't know what this dirt is over here. Found this dirt in this, a little bit of dirt in this bucket. It might be something my wife put in here for plants or something, who knows. I'm just going to do one pan to see if it is in here. Liquefy it the whole bit. And see if there's anything in it at all. Well, looks like a lot of black sands again. A lot of black sands. I'm going to turn this off and come back. Whatever this is, it's got a lot of little pieces in it. It looks like it might be pretty good. There's 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. And this is just on the top of the black sands. Get down here a ways. There's a bunch of them right here. There's some pea little ones right there. Again, these are all fly poop specks, so nothing to write home about. Here's some more. There's a nice one right there. Some more. Some up here. Okay. So as we can see, there's not a whole lot in there, but I'm going to save that. I'll make another, it'll probably be like a 5-minute video, because I about had it for tonight. And I'm not going to do a clean out on the stuff I did today from the other batch, just because it's more trouble than it's worth. But you got the idea, just a bunch of specks. All right. Enjoy your evening. There's something else I was going to mention to you, but I don't remember.